Hi Ava, can you introduce yourself and tell us why did you apply to this program?
You want to start? Sure. Okay, I'm Ava, and I applied to this program because I really like politics and law. I'm not a huge economics person, but I wanted to try something new over the summer and maybe get a taste for it.
Hi, I'm Isa, and similar to Ava, I also was really interested in politics and law, and also a little bit of economics, but I also applied because I wanted to get a sense of what it's like life here at Yale on campus.
So how do you like it?
I like it. I think the dorms are a little hot, but I mean, what can you do about it? And I like the people here too. They're all really nice.
And honestly, I love it here. I think the buildings are so pretty, and the art gallery here is really nice, and yeah, it's really pretty.
So what are the most interesting parts of this program?
I think the small seminars and the capstone projects and even symposium, all of the aspects are very unique. Since our seminars are so small, we actually get to have engaging conversations with our with the people teaching them, and symposium allows us to get a good understanding of how we can work together and stuff.
I also think family time is really interesting. It's basically a different group to debrief. It's a couple 10 of us get together with an instructor and we debrief what we learned in seminars and lectures and stuff, and I think that's really interesting.
So what's the brightest experience you had here, and what will be the most beautiful memory from this experience?
I think just hanging out with my roommates and my suite mates. We get to stay up at night and just have fun and laugh, and if we have no one else to hang out with, our suite mates are always there, and they're my first go-to.
Yeah, adding on to that, just memories with my suite mates. We go get boba a lot and ice cream, and that's always so much fun, and we love to hang out and laugh, and it's just a really great time.
So actually here at Yale the most important things are academics, but also social network, making social life, right? Can you tell us something about your family time? How's that going on?
My family time started a bit quiet, but I think once we got to know each other, we started to become more of a family. These people are really close to me, and I could see them as brothers and sisters, a real family.
Yeah, same for me. We started off a little quiet, but the more time that we spend with each other, the closer we get, and it's so much fun to just talk to new people and get new perspectives.
And about seminars, what are your favorite seminars? You're at program Politics, Law and Economics, right?
Yes.
I really enjoyed both of mine so far. I did Free Speech and Democracy and Let's Go Spelunking, a political theory class, and I liked how I wasn't really talked at, I was talked with, and I was able to engage.
Yeah, I had the same Let's Go Spelunking seminar with Ava, and I thought that one was really interesting because it was just so engaging, and our instructor really made sure all of us were involved, and it was just so much fun.
And about seminar? No.
Oh yeah, that was a seminar.
Okay. And about lecture?
Oh, lecture?
I'm not of the lectures that we've been given, I wasn't a huge fan really either, but I think it was still cool to learn about things I wouldn't have researched on my own.
Same. Honestly, some of the lectures they were really interesting, but they were a little confusing, but I'm really looking forward to the lecture tomorrow because I think the professor's name is Samuel Moyne, and he's going to be talking to us about human rights, and I'm really interested in that, so I'm excited to see how that goes.
Okay, nice. And what's your capstone project? What's the idea of that?
My capstone project is the effects of various political systems in distinct societies. So it's basically up for interpretation to the audience on what they think would be the best political system. We're just pointing out pros and cons.
Yeah, mine is the overall topic is law and governance, and we chose to focus on the immigration policies in the U.S. at the southern border over the past 3 presidencies, and we're going to be looking at which policies worked and which ones didn't, and just try to come up with a more moderate policy.
So can you tell us a little bit about yourself? What are your interests? What do you like to do in your free time when you're at home? And so we could see what YYGC students brought to this place?
I really like hanging out with my friends and engaging with my community. I'm on my youth commission board at home in Florida, and I'm also a Girl Scout. So I really like just getting involved with my community and being around people.
I really like to play sports. I play soccer, basketball, and softball, and I love to read at home. And something I like to do at school is I like to study new languages, especially French and Spanish. And, yeah.
So you're a polyglot.
Yeah.
Oh.
But, yeah, I speak English, Portuguese. I study French and Spanish at school. And then I know basic Italian, but yeah.
Congratulations! And so here at these liberal arts universities, there is a mixing of academics and sports. Can you explain something about that education?
Yeah. So a lot of people I play sports with are looking to apply to schools where they can continue their sports careers, either a D1 school or a D3. But I personally, as much as I love to play sports, I don't really want to play them for college, but I know that here at Yale they do have recreational sports, so it's you're not part of the school team, but you play in a club, and I feel that would be really interesting for me to look into in the future.
So what are your recommendations for future YYGC applicants?
I think just go into it with an open mind. You may not have the best roommates, or your seminars may not be the best ones that you could get, but I think if you make the most out of it and just go in with a positive mindset, everything will work out.
Yeah, also this is more for the application process, and also when you get here, make sure that you're being truthful to you, and make sure you're always you're staying connected to your values, and you try to express yourself through that way to others.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Can you introduce yourself and tell us why did you apply to this program?
Hi, so my name is Sonia, and I'm a rising senior in high school. I live in Houston, Texas, and basically I applied to YYGS because in college I'm looking to pursue business and economics, and I thought that the politics, law, and economics track would be really interesting because it does encompass economics, but I also thought that the politics and law aspects of it were so connected to that, and so I really wanted to broaden my my perspective on so that would help me with the career and having a more open mind in general.
So you're really interested in this topic, right? Mm-hmm. So what are the most what are the main points you learned here, at seminars, lectures?
Mm-hmm. So so far we've had 2 seminars, and mine have been the same ones as 2 of my suite mates. So I've been in one called Let's Go Splunking, and it was about a hypothetical case study, and it was about legal philosophy, which I thought was really interesting, and it taught me a lot about our legal system here in the U.S. And then my other one I took was called Martin Luther King Jr. and Conflict is a Way of Love, which is also about philosophy, and I thought that was interesting. And we also did have a lecture about the economics of show business, and I was a little bit lost during it, but I found that later I had to lead a breakout discussion in family time, and so reading back over my notes, I started to kind of understand the common themes of that more, and I thought that was really interesting.
So you're having breakout discussions and family time, and can you explain a little bit about that?
Yeah, so basically you have your family, which is a group of 10-ish people that are also in the same track as you, so for me that's PLE, and then breakout discussions happen a few hours after lectures, and I think each family does it a little bit differently, but for mine, a couple of us are assigned to lead each breakout discussion. So for me and 2 of my other family members wrote a bunch of questions down for us to discuss during the lecture, and then so we had about an hour or 45 minutes or so to meet in small groups within our own families, and then ask questions related to the lecture and then just expand, like share our own ideas from that.
So in these discussions you are also having like direct communication with the instructors. Can you tell us about your instructor?
Yeah, so should I name them or?
Well, because I meant if they are a Yale student. Mine is a Yale student.
Okay, yeah. So I believe both of mine have been Yale students at some point. I'm not completely sure. I had, for Let's Go Splunking, I had Steven, and then for the Martin Luther King one, I had Matt. And I found both of them very helpful and engaging, and I think that's honestly true of like every instructor here. Like they're all like really passionate about what they teach, and if you have an idea or a question or anything, they're always super receptive to what you have to say, and it's been really beneficial, I think.
Thanks. And for breakout discussions, family time, is your instructor like a Yale student or?
So for family time, my instructor is, she I believe is a PhD student at Yale at the law school.
Oh, so you're basically from high school interacting with those people who are at the highest level of academic. Can you tell us something about your interests? What do you like to do at your home? Like, what brought you here?
Oh, okay, sure. So at home, I like to play volleyball. That's my only sport. This will be my last year probably because it's senior year, and with that, like I've really enjoyed, it's had its ups and downs for sure, but I've really enjoyed just like getting to like be on a team each year and like connect with the girls and like work together to achieve a certain goal. And I think that's been kind of a little bit similar to my experience here in a way, because you're trying to like build a community and make connections, and like within like small seminars or like even within like your suite or like the people across the hall. And so yeah, I think it's really important to like establish like bonds with people and then work towards goals or just learning together.
And what is the biggest impression from this experience at Yale?
Biggest impression?
Yes.
Honestly, I mean, I really like the campus. I mean, I think everyone agrees with that, but the campus just is like really beautiful. And I remember the first night that I was here, I was walking around with my mom the night before orientation, and it was dark outside and everything was lit up, and it was just so gorgeous. Like I was like really shocked.
Okay. And how is going like interaction with people? Like do you have enough time like for besides academics, homeworks? Do you have enough time for do you have enough free time?
Definitely, yes. Going into this, I think a lot of people who ran the program did say that like we would be on a tight schedule and that like there wouldn't be a lot of free time, and like our days were very scheduled, which yes they are, but I do think we have more than enough free time, honestly. I don't have a lot of homework here, but when I do have assignments, like there's more than enough time even during the day to get them done. Especially during meals, you have a solid like almost 2 hours set aside, and then you definitely, if you choose to, like you have time to go out and like hang out with people at every meal. And then especially like on weekends, like today, I think the only activities we have are a talent show to watch and a symposium for a couple hours. And so yeah, I just woke up really late this morning, and that's why I was late here. So we definitely do have enough free time, and I don't feel overwhelmed or overpacked or anything.
So what would you recommend to future applicants?
As far as the application goes?
Yes.
So honestly, this is kind of a cheesy answer, but just be yourself. Like I think definitely have confidence when writing the application, like know your strengths and try to really speak to and highlight your strengths, but also be honest about who you are, but in a way that reflects well on you. I remember I actually was really doubting my main essay that I wrote for this program, because it was about how I had to learn how to ask for help basically in school, like with teachers and with my peers, and I was like, oh no, like they're gonna think I just don't advocate for myself. But I think being honest about how I grew from that was really helpful in my application.
So basically here at YYGC we need to cut off our self-doubts and like to be confident.
Yeah, for sure. I think here in just any prestigious school or anywhere, it's very easy to get imposter syndrome a little bit for everyone, because you're like, wow, everyone around me is so smart. There's no way I'm like this smart too. Like, what's going on? But I think just like being like listening to others, but also being in touch with your own ideas and having the confidence to share those is really important, because everyone here is super, super nice. No one will disrespect you or discount you or anything. So I think just having confidence to put yourself out there is really important.
So here the most important thing is diversity. Can you tell us something about it?
I think it's really interesting how we represent so many people, yet we all can be like so welcoming and so kind. Like, I mean, we're a bad example. We're all from the USA, but we're all from different parts. Like, I'm from Miami, Isa's from New York, and Sonya's from Houston. So we're really representing like different groups of people, and it's great how we can just get along like without anything standing in the way.
And yeah, like I've met so many people here from like all different parts of the world, and it's like really nice to see like everyone like with the same like passion for learning, like with like different backgrounds coming together in one place.
I agree. I've met people from like all different parts of the world, and I think it's just really interesting to notice like similarities and differences between myself and them, because I get to learn about more perspectives.
And how's going when you have breakout discussions? Is it similar like debates? I mean, you need to be diplomatic, right?
Yeah, I think at least in my family is very, very diverse. We represent like 5 continents, so we hold like really different views. So I think it's just nice to be kind and like listen to what everyone has to say.
Even like in my capstone, like even though we're all from the US, like we have different views on what we're studying, and it's just like a good experience. Sorry, there's a good experience to like practice like staying like diplomatic, like you said, but like also like articulating your point of view. So
while respecting others, right?
Yeah, I've noticed this in symposium, which was kind of like similar to Model UN yesterday, just because we were all acting as in my group at least, like US politicians, and so we definitely had different opinions about actions that we should take to solve the mock challenges at hand. But I think it was really interesting to like weigh the costs and benefits of different strategies with other people, and yeah.
Okay, cool. Thanks for coming here and talking with me. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.